Good day and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. In this video we're going to talk about phase diving, and we're also going to discuss how phase diving works and how you can obtain untethered coins and what you can use them on. So phase diving is unlocked by completing chapter 3 of the new main campaign questline that has come through Káresh. Once you've done that on one character, you can perform a skip on any other characters and you will just basically be shunted to this point in the quest line. Once you've completed that, you will notice a little quest here called Another World. I suggest you take this as it will take you to a character NPC called Hashim. This quest will automatically be given to your alts. And go to this quest and you will unlock phase diving as well as the Reshi Wrap. Once you're there, it will give you some introductory quests to understanding phase diving and how to use it. Things like entering phase diving, describing what it's for, describing how it works with your wrap, and essentially just covering the very fundamental basics of phase diving. So it should give you a pretty good introduction to it. However, I'll talk about what you can obviously use phase diving for. Now traditionally you can only phase dive at conduits. Conduits can be found on the map, and when you're at a conduit, once you've phase dived, you can use it to teleport to any other conduit on the map as well. This is not the only way to enter phase diving, we'll talk about that, but for now that's how you enter it. Now what do you do in phase diving? Well, you can use phase conduits to teleport around the map, the new zone, Káresh, which is pretty great. But you can also complete a lot of different tasks while phase diving. You can hunt rares, you can obtain treasures, you can complete certain world quests that have phase diving components. The weekly assignment quest for Káresh, which is unlocked from, having certain quests completed, will have a phase diving component always. And the world boss for the zone requires you to phase dive as well. So phase diving has a ton of purposes. There is also a weekly quest for phase diving as well. So aside from the weekly assignment, you also have a weekly quest called Just Another Phase. I think it is more than just a phase, which is super important, and we'll talk about it a little bit onwards when it comes to obtaining untethered coins. So phase diving has a ton of purposes content-wise in Káresh. But you also can use phase diving for other components that don't outright say it. Like for example, warrants, which you unlock at Renown 3, may have a phase diving component, and certain treasures, quests, etc. may require you to phase dive. Earning untethered coins and completing the weekly phase diving quest is pretty simple. More than just a phase is a quest that you can pick up from Hashim, the same person you did the tutorial with. It's available every week, but it can only earn untethered coins on your main character. You only get that bonus once per account, and for the first character you do the quest on, although the currency is warband transferable. To complete this, you will just have to do activities whilst phase diving. This can be world quests, which will give you certain chunks, clearing mobs and elites, collecting treasures, and doing the weekly assignments and world boss. All of these will contribute towards a bar. It does not take long to fill up. I think I did 4 or 5 world quests, and then went and did the weekly assignment as well, and I was pretty much done. Once you've filled up the bar, you can go hand in at Hashim. You'll earn yourself a cool bit of reward, but also some untethered coins. Now untethered coins are pretty useful. You can use them for a lot of things. Resonance crystals, valor stones, different transmog, but most importantly, there are 2 different mounts you can get. The Lavender Karok and the Acidic Void Creeper. Both of these are pretty cool rewards that you can obtain, and the rest is all just really cool toys, ensembles, transmog, and if you've got all of that, you can grab resonance crystals and valor stones to help you upgrade your gear and progress on your account. There are some tips for phase diving as well that I'd like to give you. While you are in Shadowguard camps, look out for small potions. These are called Untethered Zaibaka. Keeping them in your inventory will allow you to enter the phase diving without needing a conduit. The talent orbs of power from your Reshi Wrap will allow you to mount up whilst in the phase, and moving too far out of distance of an instance whilst you are doing the questing or just moving off site will untether you. That's it from me. See you next time. Bye.